Alright, we got Mountain Goat, round 2 of his challenge. We present the Bird Serpent. Opponent did not present a companion. I'm gonna tell you something, chat. It is much, much scarier for us that our opponent did not represent a companion. Because we cannot beat a Bazaar of Baghdad deck to save our fucking lives. Doomsday also can't beat Doomsday. All we wanted to see today was fair Luris decks. Fair Luris was the only thing we wanted to play against. This hand's too fair, can't keep it. Hand's a little bit better. Fair Luris put 3 pilots in the top 8 today. Fair Luris is like a reasonable thing you can be doing because the Xerox shell is completely broken in Vintage. Fair Luris was the best performing deck in the challenge today. You'd think so, Lotus. We're not 100% sure that is actually the case, though. Oh, it's the classic ancestral on our upkeep, chat. Little did they know, we were prepared. Nope. Try again. Now we draw the cats, chat. Now we find the cat. Misstep is dumb, but so is Ancestral, so like I think it kind of evens out. We're gonna lose this match horribly, chat. Like we are going to get absolutely destroyed. We cannot beat Doomsday. So it's gonna be a short stream for the cat deck, unfortunately. Oh, I'm not supposed to drop though, because I can't do the metagame analysis if I drop. But I think I want to just go to bed though. Not playing out the challenge. No, it's 4 a.m. So close, chat. Oh, looks like we're dead. It was a good run. We tried our best, okay? Which are not good. Burlast is our best card. For anyone who doesn't know what was gonna happen there, our opponent Vampiric tutored for the card Doomsday. Duress is going to take away my Force of Will. Then they are going to Dark Ritual Doomsday, and then kill me. They're going to put 5 cards. The rest of their deck becomes 5 cards. They cast a free draw spell or off a Lotus or anything. They draw into Gush, return 2 islands, draw 2 cards, play Black Lotus, Thassa's Oracle, and kill us. The reason I conceded is because I know opponent is going to kill me because they vamped and then they cast Dark. They vamped and then cast Duress. So I'd rather opponent didn't know we were on Felidar Guardian combo. Yep. At least the art on this is beautiful. I don't really know about that skepticism. PO just gets eaten up by Xerox as it is, because PO is an incredibly fragile and vulnerable deck to Pyroblast. There's the reason that PO put up a 40% win rate in the challenge today. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's fair. You might actually just see like PO start disappearing as people realize it's not good. But it's kind of fucking hilarious to me because people were just like, this PO deck is the greatest deck in the world. Oh my god, every time I draw Gush and have a snow-covered plains in play. And then the next week the PO deck is 40% win rate. PO has been overrepresented in the past 2 weeks because the metagame wasn't prepared to deal with it. Okay. We can hit a land drop. We're not like actually doing too poorly here. Good one. When we don't threaten the life total, Night's Whisper is a really powerful card. Can we just draw a fucking land? I guess second counter spell is not the end of the world here. No. That's not right at all. It's just the metagame and that those POs were that did well in was really unprepared. I'm pretty aggressive with these Pyroblasts. Our mana is really constrained. And the number of blue spells that matter is kind of smaller because they're a Dark Ritual deck. So, I mean, your variance in an 80 card deck not me is going to be higher. I don't know if we have enough lands or not in our deck. Kind of tough to tell. Don't have a good frame of reference. This is like one of the more reasonable hands we can actually have in this matchup, so it's not the biggest, and it's not the end of the world, I guess. We have a bunch of interaction. We already used 2 Pyroblasts. Like, this is way more than I can typically ask for, so. But we just like can't present a clock is the biggest problem. Gush. Thinking about negating Gush actually. Removes Gush from possible Doomsday piles. Maybe that's not even worth it, but. This is probably too aggressive of a force of negation. Worked out pretty well though. Black Lotus, you say? So if we go Black Lotus, I don't really, I can't really run this Black Lotus. I guess we could Black Lotus, Berry, leaves us with 3 mana. We would have to hit a mana. Actually, we have to play around Days. Opponent kind of has to force this if they have force in their hand. No, because I think Urza getting forced is the end of the world for us. Interesting. I would have said that a couple weeks ago, Skeptis. But I'm not 100% sure that that is a true statement anymore. I would have agreed with you recently, until very recently, but I'm going to leave the probe in my hand because I want to pitch it to Force of Will and still be able to play an Urza and actually start blocking our opponent. I think you'll start to see Luris stifle diversity because the Breach deck is so much better than the other decks. We were able to kind of stymie the bleeding here. If we can put a clock on our opponent, we actually have a chance. I could end of turn probe here with... I can't. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap the construct to make blue, filter that blue to a green to get a goose, which is going to give us another artifact. So next turn, we have a small attack and then a Yorion. And the Yorion should put us pretty close to lethal. We have one more force to power through. Might get there. That's definitely true. I think EO is a lower skill ceiling than Breach. Sorry, a lower skill floor than Breach with a higher. EO is a lower skill floor with a lower skill ceiling, and Breach still has like a pretty low skill floor in my opinion. I think like there's still a lot of upside win with Breach, but it's definitely a higher skill floor, but also a really high skill ceiling. Opponent is just going off. They're gonna name Doomsday with this. Hey, what do you guys think about letting Doomsday resolve? Now, restricting Breach does not solve the problem. Opponent exiled 25 cards to find Doomsday. They exiled their Oracle. They exiled their Oracle and they died. Nice deck, opponent. So for anyone who's new to Vintage, opponent's deck is a Doomsday deck. So they cast this card and they make their deck 5 cards of their choosing, and then they win with a Thassa's Oracle. But they couldn't find Doomsday because we pyroblasted all their blue spells. They cast Demonic Consultation, which flips cards until you find the named card and exile all the cards on the way to that card. It so happened that their Doomsday was like 30 cards deep, and it exiled their one Thassa's Oracle. So, actually, sorry, it exiled their 2 Thassa's Oracle. The opponent had no way to win the game. And we got there. I guess we'll run them back. How did I know? Like, how did I know beforehand that they would name Doomsday? Or how did I know after they named Doomsday? It says what they named. Beforehand, it just made sense that they would be looking for a Doomsday there. Nothing else makes any sense, right? We have a Teferi in play. So they're just trying to find a way to combo. This is like the biggest trap hand of all time, right? But I don't really know if we can actually mulligan this. Hope of Giriper. Got it, chat. So I actually have to get Island, unfortunately. I need to get a snow-covered land, and I can't fetch a forest. I mean, I think we're just dead, but yeah. There's like nothing we can do about it, not me. This matchup is atrocious. Completely atrocious. Doesn't really matter. It only has to sacrifice once for us to die. I assume we're dead here, right? They're just gonna cast Doomsday. I guess if they don't kill us this turn, we do have a Pyroblast, but oh god, they have Dark Ritual. They do have to have a free draw spell to kill us this turn. Oh no, they just had also the consultation. Jeez, whatever. Chat. Just a casual turn two with counter with no ability to counterspell anyways. So. Yeah. That matchup is really bad. 55 players.